Good day, everybody, and also good eye, also in an Australian accent. That hello, everybody, welcome back to another brand new reaction video. Today's reaction video we're gonna be reacting to is Bron Zemo versus Lord Farquaad, which is more likely a rap battle. So, if you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. And for other words and other language, that I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I hope you guys do consider again briefly enjoy the video. So, without further ado, I'll say this one more time before we even start reacting to this video, that also, by the way, I also got you guys some good news, by the way. About the old filter that's finally actually gone, which, by the way, it was the plug that I think the outlet was kind of the problem, just about like my outlets. I'm just talking about like the ones that are on the wall right now. But let's just say that I'm going to kind of explain here that the old filter is actually pretty bad, which it kind of is pretty bad because due to the lack of like the cord that kind of snapped off exactly, which was kind of like tilted exactly, which was tilted left exactly, that I was referring to like my right, that it moved. So that's pretty much the bad thing, why that filter wasn't kind of working. But I got a new filter instead that actually probably will insist having a little bit of good things, before I even go to sleep, exactly before I even sleep on my bed. That usually every time I would go to sleep. But here's the thing, by the way, that I actually got something new that I actually will think this will be a little bit better, but now ask myself this question that I'll ask myself anyways, is that how does it work? Well, if you actually did or didn't know, it actually works when you just like hit it like one or maybe twice to see what the level of the number is one, two, and three. It's the same thing as the old filter, but it's a new filter instead that doesn't kind of refer to like the Honeywell, which, like I said, the Honeywell was just a little okay before sleeping time, but I think it was just time to say adios, amigo, and goodbye to the old filter of that Honeywell, which, I mean, it was pretty good while it was there, but the bad thing is it just wasn't going to sit right because, I mean, due to the lack of, like, the drawer thing, I guess, that before the thing was going to, like, literally tilt on my head exactly or, like, fall on my front exactly, which, good thing I was a bit strong to push it a little bit back before I did take the cord out exactly, which, like I said, in the end, I actually did pretty well, like putting it back to the same where it was on the wall. So that's something I probably would be at least saying so. But this is just a little bit of some explanation of what I'm talking about, was just something that I probably would insist to kind of like do a little bit and just like rearrange the moving of the situation to see if it doesn't just like doesn't go bad or just stays good, which, I'm just talking about like the area where the cord's going to end up at, which the drawer thing is kind of a little bit of a bad idea to do it in the beginning way, which it's just kind of a little bit bad, to be frankly honest. But yeah, that's something I definitely would probably would ever say goodbye to exactly and just completely say the word goodbye. So that's what I would want to say. And also, here's what this new filter is like right here. So you guys see this. This, by the way, is my new filter, which you guys can definitely look at the numbers. So, one, by the way, you guys can, like, if you guys do get this one, by the way, then it probably would help a little bit to, like, block out the noise outside or maybe block wherever it's at. But, like I said, this is just a demonstration that if you ever do hit one, by the way, it means it's low. Two means it's going to go a little bit somewhere, a little bit near three. But when you hit three, three is a bit of a good choice. It'll actually get a little quieter and then louder. So that's the good thing. I could finally be using this for right now for my sleep. And also, by the way, with the outlet question, by the way, that the outlets, by the way, in my room are kind of a little weak, just to be a little honest. Just to be very quickly, frankly honest, at a very different frequency that it's a little weak. Which, what I'm referring to weak means it's just not working. It's just kind of dead, which means it's just not going to work. Like, I'm just going to get like some sliders, which the sliders, by the way, are going to totally work, which I think I have to say the sliders are going to totally like kind of work, but I think, like I said, it's just kind of a little weak with the outlets. I mean, the outlets were pretty good whenever it was used, but like I said, at times like this, it's just going to get a little weak, and then it's just going to like flat out die exactly at some points that it's just going to kind of die, which that's just what I'm going to think of saying that, and it'll probably be true that, yeah, it's just going to probably die right now, so I think that's the point of it. But let me just say this, that I just definitely want to get on with the filter questions that I probably would be asking anyways. But also, let me just get right back to about the legend of the strong wrestler of the American wrestler, who I have to say was a pretty good damn hero, which I think he was always a hero, which, like I said, this is just my belief. If anybody just likes my belief or not, it doesn't really matter, or suits me, which it doesn't really matter. But all I'm saying is, the dude was a legend. I'll admit that he's a damn legend. So, again, do not keep on saying is like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, he changed to another side. Well, who the fuck gives a shit? Like, who literally gives a shit? Like, seriously, again, he's just an American like everyone else is. And so is me, you, and us. Everybody's American, for crying freaking sakes. Like, seriously, do not be asking me by saying, he's like, oh, he's gonna do whatever. He's gonna slip on a banana peel. No, the fuck he didn't. No, the fuck he didn't. And sorry if I might sound a little bit like, a little bit of somewhat less annoying or not so much of it, but seriously, all I'm asking is, dude, respect the man's freaking wish. At least respect the guy that went through the fucking ring, for God's sakes. He literally took care of the freaking East. Like, whenever he got in the ring of the Clips, bruh, he literally took down two people, literally in the freaking ring. And everybody were still saying is like, go Hulk Hogan, go Hulk Hogan. Like, bruh, I literally saw those clips when it was when it was pretty good as shit. Like, it was freaking good. Like, seriously, no one messes with the freaking Hogan. Like, I mean, seriously, even if he's still, again, today is still a legend, then hey, we will respect that legend. We will respect that legend, like from any legends who were good and some legends aren't. But like I said, man, this is not a debate. I literally mean it. It isn't a debate, and it's not something to criticize just because, oh, he might be at somewhere in the center in the middle of that, to be good or not. Again, respect the goddamn man's wish, okay? Respect his choice and respect his life, even though he had a good wife and it was a good dad. So, Jesus, God Almighty. And also, he apologized for God's sakes. Literally. Like, again, it just doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. All I'm talking about is the good side of Hogan, not the bad side of Hogan. When did I ever say something bad about it? When did I say anything about the bad side? I was talking about the good side of Hogan. That's all I said. And hell, I'll still watch his movies. In fact, I probably still will. Which, like I said, by the way, some movies I've never seen, but some others I'll take a look on. But like I said, man, he's a good freaking dude. Even though he had problems with like conditions or anything, but still, he tried at least to be a bit successful as he probably could without his heart blowing the frick out, which it did, like popped like that. But again, he still freaking lived to the day. And even fact, by the way, he was going to face John Cena, which I think he was about to thinking about that idea. But no, it was about his heart condition that kind of like went on out and then just did that. So why make that a whole debate about anything when it's just not that something to debate about? So anyway, that's just all I want to say, by the way. And am I really defending Hulk Hogan? Well, like I said, the dude is a legend. I'll actually will at least consider siding in the middle to say how a legend he is. Like, it just doesn't have to be with, oh, Hulk Hogan deserves to pretty much get anything bad in his face. No, the dude doesn't. He doesn't. So again, why do you have to make so much something like that? Jesus. Good damn, just give it a break. Let the legend rest. Like the old saying is, let legendaries rest. They don't need to deserve to get more than that it ever is. Damn. Like, anyways, never mind about that now. Let's just get to the point now, since 10 minutes are in right now. But let's just get to the point of this reaction video. Oh yes, who do I think is going to win here? Lord Farquaad or pretty much likely Baron Zemo? Well, I think it's just going to be Lord Farquaad, since I know he's a villain and all. But let's just see how this really plays out and see who really wins this rap battle. I really be guaranteeing to seeing who actually wins this time. So if I were you guys right now, that's all I want to talk about from like the 10 minutes of the video of me explaining about like the Honeywell thing being gone away, which, trust me, I still do like it, but it was old. It was old as fuck. It was like literally old. Like, sorry if I have to swear it, but I'll have to say it if I need to. But it's just old as fuck. That's what it was. I mean, if it was good, then it still was good. So again, it just was what it was. Like for how long it lasted the timeout. So anyways, and then as for the Hulk Hogan thing, I still do believe in that man as an American. He's always been American, and he's always been that patriot, always, like an American patriot, always. So, again, he's just that man, and he's always been that legend. So, hey, I won't take the word back, and I seriously won't take it. So, again, like or hate it, it doesn't matter. I still like the guy, and even the fact he was like a pretty interesting character, which I never get to know about Hulk Hogan, which if anybody assumes by me saying it's like, oh, have you know about the guy? The answer is that he was a Hollywood guy, that he was in movies that I kind of recognized a little bit while watching it. And I decided, was thinking to myself, I was like, Hulk Hogan, huh? Well, that's exactly what I never get to heard about anything about him, but I was insistently to take a look, and I was like, so that's the legendary Hulk Hogan in wrestling. That's how I figure it out. And I'm like, okay, I respect the guy. I respect the cool dude out of this guy. I respect him. But let's just not make this as a whole debate. It's just me explaining about the ongoing, exactly of me explaining that. So again, there's no repeat or anything. It's just me explaining how I need to explain that. So anyways, let's just get to the video. Let's react to this. And also, by the way, please be sure to likely subscribe to the original person, the original creator, and support the original video, so that you guys absolutely, and I mean absolutely, will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And you guys can definitely skip the timestamp all the way when I played the video, which some people can and some people can't, which that's fine. I don't really care. But again, if some people really want to skip the timeline of when I played this reaction of the video, then feel free to do that. That's all I have to say. And then the one interesting question is, my saying is like, if you're commenting it, then why even comment? That's pretty much a point too, exactly, where some answers could probably be the only why of it. So let's react to this anyways and get this video over with, so I don't have to go on and blah 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 and stuff. But anyways, let's react to the video. Let's get on with this in 3, 2, 1, start. Damn! Damn! Ouch! I mean, literally use a fly swatter to hit the fairy. I'm like, what? That's gotta sting right here. Watch. I'm like, bruh, that's gotta hurt. Right there. I'm like, oh my god, using a fly swatter to hit a fairy. Or maybe like something like that. I'm like, Jesus, that's gotta hurt. Damn. There we go. Marvel versus everything. Well, there we go, I guess.
I'm delighted it's your presence I'd be graced with. I was fretting that my invitations would be wasted. So pour yourself a glass, have a taste, make it last. It's a game of wits and traps, you're not playing is my favorite. Posy time being, I'm acting cordial towards thee. I'll undercut you more, so if you're short with me, you see, you're deformed and I am chortling. The lollipop guild is only where you hold authority. And who but courtesy I'll steal any kisses. My grievance is so deep, for upheave is no princess. And no lady's feeling in your heart must stake. Any damsel you gain as a far, far away. You're not a king, just some impure filth. And so when I raise my sword, royal blood won't be spilled.
Wow, the dude is spitting shit. Holy crap. Like, we get to see this guy actually roasting Lord Farquaad. I'm like, let's see what this guy's defense is about. Like, holy crap, does this guy really go on about him? Like, okay, the one interesting question I don't know about the guy on the left, exactly that I don't know about that guy, which he think he's probably from Marvel, I think. I really have never paid attention on some Marvel characters. I'm more into DC characters, exactly, which, by the way, I've really never heard about this guy, which I really never heard about this guy in purple, which I really don't know who the hell that guy even is, which I might even have to look up to see who the hell that guy is. But for me, instantly, I really never know about that guy. I'm sorry if people want to be asking my sayings like, oh, how do you know this guy? Well, I actually don't, by the way. I really don't. But Lord Farquaad, I probably do. You know, for a little bit of like Shrek's own movies, which I can simply ask the same question, which is just not the Marvel question, but it's just like a different question, and pretty much likely, but still. Like, let's play the video continuing right here.
A king, just some impure filth. And so when I raise my sword, why your blood won't be spilled. Gone with your real kin, my plan had been laid, but you're no king to check if you have no mate.
Mirror, mirror, please, give me a real hottie. Yikes, not a Nazi, or at least he's got a...
Damn! Bro, what? Okay. Well, Lord Farquaad is spitting some shit here in the first one of the rain he's going to say it, but okay. Well, do I feel a bit surprised to that question? I'm like, wow, holy shit. Like, okay, holy effing shit.
Hobby, I could bear a ceremony not for very long, and the condition no kisses and the veil stays on. So let me know if you ever get the throne, otherwise I wouldn't even use you as a stepping stone. Now
Oh, wouldn't use you as a stepping stone. Okay, I really am loving Lord Farquaad's dishes. I'm like, holy damn fire. Wow. He's literally spitting fire. Holy crap. And I have no surprise in this question. Holy God.
let's move along, I have other spots to be. Torturing monstrosities.
Talk about the beat, do you know Heinrich?
Helmet's father, his highness? Why yes, it would seem so.
Well, he married Heinrich.
No, that's quite sick. Maybe his own father, Heinrich Zemo?
Heinrich Zemo!
I guess that's how the cookie crumbles though. You go on strike from your own movie like a true thunderbolt. So no more divorces, rebuttals, here's a second chance. I'll see you at our wedding since I know you love to dance.
Damn! You love the way to dance! Oh! Wow, Lord Farquaad might actually kick this guy's ass. Holy shit. Even if the guy's small, I'm like, holy crap. This is just wild.
It was your attempts at flirtation. I shall not be swayed when every reference you make is more dated. And while I am gracious, you bask in my greatness. You glances of miracles had self-stimulation. Call me your highness. I burn my high horse with your low height. You need a stool to even ride you. And so you wish to stride for beside me forever. A dragon did stomach you, but Hydra would never.
I know you envy me, 'cause I'm awesome, something you pretend to be. You're small, said the freak, I don't need the loneliest. Your mirror's broken plentifully. Ugh, you're hideous, I got that short king energy. For your daddy's sake, I will factually state every tactic you make, every trap that you break makes him laugh in his grave. Removing this brat from his family, a sacrifice that he would make.
Damn! Holy shit, no fucking way. Man, this is exactly why I think this is interesting, which I did kind of listen about like a few roasts from the other side right there that was like this name down there. But Lord Farquaad really takes the damn cake. Holy goddamn. Insane. Oh my god. Oh my god, man, that was wild as hell. Jesus. Oh my god. Holy crap. Man, go ahead and so likely subscribe to these guys, by the way, totally against subscribe. So, yeah, again, absolutely against subscribe. I'm like, damn. Okay, well, that's pretty stupid. Like, I'll actually say that one was pretty stupid, to be frankly honest, which, by the way, in the end, it's just kind of stupid, which I'm not going to ask, by the way, so I really am not going to ask. But for right now, I'm going to talk about this video right here, is just wow. I'm like, damn, Lord Farquaad had bars. Who knew the dude really started bars at this guy? Like, holy shit. I mean, except the other one exactly mentioned by the Nazi one, like I'm not gonna pretty much say anything about that question, which I don't want to get like over too and stimulatingly hype on that one. But like there on the roast, I'm like, holy shit, that guy actually throwed some huge balls in his face. Like, I mean, the rap battle does make sense exactly when it's just about like, oh, the kings and queens, which I kind of understand why about that question, about some likely about that question, but yeah, to be honest, about that character, by the way, holding the glass, I really am not very too similar with that guy, which I'm not too actually similar, but yeah, like I said, by the way, y'all, I really don't think that I probably have never heard of that guy before, which I've never seriously heard of him. But like I said, I've already did heard about Lord Farquaad, as I can hear it from exactly, which I do kind of understand about the character. Which, yeah, that is like so freaking funny. Like, here's a question. How funny was this when I actually literally kept hearing a lot more roast coming from Lord Farquaad to actually just literally get him? Like, yeah, that's crazy. And also, he literally just said so right in his face, which I can't believe. I'm actually that shocked as myself in hearing this video, which I can't believe that, which I'm like, bruh, that is like crazy. Like, the only thing I find that nuts here exactly is that Lord Farquaad took care of damn business. Like, he literally took care of business and took the guy to school. Like, he took the guy to the school. And then, as in for the other question, I'll actually will kind of accept about the question exactly. Is that, well, yeah, that was kind of a little true that he did end up in the dragon's stomach. I think that he did ended up in that one. So, yeah. Lord Farquaad did kind of either did or not died in that stomach. I think it was due to acid, which, yeah, it's true. I will say that question, to be frankly honest, that yes, I'll at least admit the one question that, yeah, he did kind of died in that dragon's stomach. And I'm like, damn, I think that's pretty insane, which I think it was insane to say that question, which I did look back at some Shrek movies which I think they were funny as AF. They were like literally hilarious, even if it was some funny interactions, which, bruh, it was like hilarious as hell. So that's just all I will say right now. And the only question here in the take of this video here exactly is that this video was just funny as heck. And all I can say, by the way, that this video was just funny. So all I gotta say here was just it was pretty damn good. So that's all I can say right now. But anyways, for the moral of the question here is I hope you guys actually again do enjoy this video. Please be sure to give this one a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way again you guys absolutely, and I mean absolutely, will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And that's all I will have to say right now. And yeah, so that's just all I gotta say. And also, what kind of the rank do I kind of give this video of? I frankly kind of say that I'll actually give this video more of a 9 out of 10, which I think I find it a little interesting with this battle, which is just a bit interesting. Which, by the way, I don't probably will appreciate the end of that part exactly, which it's just kind of a little suspicious. I mean, since when did ever Lord Farquaad actually go on with that guy? Which, since to tell me this question is like, since when did the dude actually start going on with that guy? Like, I seen zero interactions with Lord Farquaad actually for us being for late. Like, he's literally into the women of princesses. That's all he's about. Like, I don't really get how that's a joke or not to be as a joke, but this is just a little bit of my question for a little bit and say is that I don't think Lord Farquaad will go for this guy. I don't think he ever will because he's just like literally into like Fiona exactly that's known as to be like so-called to be Shrek's wife exactly and pretty much closer to be as one. But like I said, I think he's just kind of more focused to the princesses as he does explain to the mirror by saying is like, hey mirror, I actually really want to be going for a scene if there's any princesses. Like, show me any of these princesses on screen, please. And then the mirror says like, okay. I'll show you what the mirror looks like. I'll show you about the princesses that you could be selecting of your choices by your only contestant. Like, seriously, that's what Lord Farquaad's about. Jesus. Like, yeah, I'm not really even going to go on and ask exactly just to ask that question, which I literally did kind of said this almost like one or maybe two times on that question, but still, all I'm saying is I don't know if it's either for a joke or it's either just for a little bit of something, but yeah, I don't really think that ever will work, man. That's just not how the way works exactly, which, like I said, trust me, I've really watched kings and queens exactly and prince and princesses always get to be hooked up, not the other way around, which that still again quietly will never make to be sense, but whatever. The moral of the story is, hope you guys really definitely did in fact enjoy this video, and I hope you guys do consider enjoying this. But here's my considering question is, I hope you guys actually again do enjoy this video. Please be sure, like always, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way again you guys and absolutely will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. So anyways, without any further ado, I'll see you guys soon enough for the next video, and like always, in the next time. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And please again subscribe to the Visual Person if you have or have not. I will pretty much will consider go ahead and subscribe to the Visual Person if you have or have not. That would be appreciated. So anyways, I'll see you guys for the next video. And also, by the way, before we do ever kind of leave exactly, by the way, is I did make a release date on the 2 streams I'll be making soon, as far as enough that I actually will release 2 streams coming around, as either the YouTube stream and the StreamYard stream, which I did kind of announced it, by the way, that I actually will be releasing soon, exactly whenever I get that started, which, you know, like I said, it's just going to probably when it gets ready. So all I'll say is that whenever it's coming around, I think the only thing I ever did say that whenever it's coming around, I suppose, is that the only thing that ever is coming around to be saying is that it's either going to be that it will be August 12th all the way to August 13th. That will be the YouTube stream that I'll actually will be releasing, you know, whenever I get that ready. So whenever I do get a chance to have that ready, then I'll probably would say that I'll have it ready. So that's just all I kind of would say right now. But the question is that yes, I will get that stream out whenever I get it ready. And as in for far as late as I can say that yes, I'll have it released and I'll have it ready whenever I get the time to have it up, which, you know, it'll just give me a bit of some time to have it up and released it and get it ready. So that way it'll probably work properly. Which, like I said, I'm trying to be very much aware about, like, oh, the connections, about, like, the Wi-Fi connection to see if it just doesn't, like, oh, you know, doesn't tell me, like, it was like, oh, it has to be, like, an error or something to, like, fix it or whatever. Which I'm at least going to try at least to see if it just doesn't end up being weak or not too strong, which I'm just going to try and see how the strength it is, exactly to look on the strength to see where it is, but we'll see. Like, we'll see how the YouTube stream will go exactly, as long as it actually is 100% proved positive, not negative. Which, like I said, it's just only about for chilling and all about relaxing and all about talking and stuff, which that's just what that is. Nothing else but negative, which I still, again, will despise that part exactly and will probably delete the negative parts exactly, which, like I said, I do not want to be approving. So just so you know, if there's nice comments, that's when I'll be appreciating it. But if there's negative ones, those are done, and those are trash, and those are just gone. So, like I said, I will probably still be nicer as I've always been, which I've always have, which I'm not like the other way around. I'm just saying in a straight positive way that I'm just a gentleman. Just a very gentleman that cares about life and most likely about God and other stuff, which I've always had and always will, and never will change anything about me. So, again, that's all I will say, and that's all I will ask. So, anyway, that's just my statement, and that's just my fact here that I will be definitely getting that first YouTube stream coming around, which I probably will, and probably will explain a few things that was added on the YouTube stream while I didn't take a look on it. I'm like, maybe I should probably take a look on it and see what I've never seen, by the way, that I've actually missed, which, you know, that's the part where I might need to be taking a look on. So, that's the fact I can say. And also, by the way, I will actually be mentioning that about, like, oh, the StreamYard stream thing. Well, let's just say that the StreamYard stream is going to be coming around near, like, the 15th of August, near the 16th of August, which, I actually kind of do separate the stream dates whenever I kind of do consider to have it moved it somewhere, whenever I have it ready. Like, it depends on how my mood is. Like, in a good mood, if I'm in a good mood, it means I'll actually be a little bit happier to, like, enjoy myself and then spend time in talking about, like, oh, literally anything that's nice and positive. That's all I'm actually will be about for. So that's all I can say. But for right now, I hope that probably will be respected and be more likely respect and very wisely respected. So that's all I will probably say right now. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the time and the pleasure of enjoying this reaction video. But for now, like I said, I just want to like make a few talks about like, oh, the filter is probably dead. Exactly, that's like the Honeywell that's dead. Which I think the Honeywell was okay, but it just kind of ended up pretty much likely being total not working or a little bit like trash exactly, which it is probably going to be sent to Goodwill anyway, which hopefully it is, which thank God at least, which I don't have to just deal with like the stupid outlet anymore, which I think it was just the problem with the outlet was so fucking stupid that the outlet was just the problem, exactly that it's supposed to kind of be replaced, but unfortunately it told me the other different kind of story about like the about like the charger. Yes, like the cord exactly was about the problem about the cord. It was just about the cord that was the problem, which it really told me a different story about what was actually connected to the piece of the outlet, which was not working that well. But at least good things are finally like coming around for me anyway, which is just going to be shorter by time and just short by time and time. But at least I'll be happy, and at least I'm actually just going to enjoy my life exactly, which, I'm all about enjoying my life, enjoying my stuff, and enjoying good things and making great, amazing content, which over the years I've always enjoyed about making, and also respect my own wish, which I've always did. And in fact, like I said before, that, like I said, I actually do pretty much care for whatever I do care, but, if I do care, then hey, that's when I say I do care. But whenever I say I don't care, it means I literally just don't care. So those are just like the boundaries that I always have respect beyond myself, and then pretty much respect my fans, my real true Devin-Foxy fans, real Devin-Foxy fans. But whenever they're fake, that's when I don't get to respect that, because I respect like new fans that have never been like my fans before. That's probably what I'm talking about, which I'm just kind of like making the example as I'm talking about and just making a direction explaining point. But that's just all I'm saying. That's all I actually will say that. But for right now, folks, hope you guys actually do enjoy this video. And hey, also, what do you guys think who won this battle? If you guys actually let me know down in the comments and tell me why, who do you think who won? I think it was like Lord Farquaad actually did like spit some huge spits right there a little bit, but not too much spits. I mean, he really kind of dissed the hell out of him a little bit by saying a lot of different shit. But whenever the other guy started roasting the hell out of him, like literally ending the jacket's stomach, I was like, okay, a little bit respect and based right there that I can accept that part, which he did end up in there. So, like, yeah, I'll at least give it a little bit of some point there. But Jesus, like, literally, goddamn, yeah, that probably makes a lot of points. But yeah, really makes a lot of sense. But whatever. So, anyways, that's all I probably will be saying, and that's all I can say right now. But for right now, folks, hope you guys again enjoyed this video, and like always is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way again you guys absolutely, and I mean absolutely, will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. And yes, I'll be sure to see you guys on the 14th, and then of course the 15th I'll only will dedicatedly I meant the 15th or 16th of the StreamYard stream. That will be second. But the first one I meant to say, which, sorry if I might have that all the time, but the first one's only about is the 12th and the 13th, as I meant to say. So that's the part where I would say that I'll actually will get to see you guys on the 12th and 13th of the YouTube stream that will probably be aired. Whenever I get it ready. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some good thumbs up and lots of good positive thumbs up, which I will probably be happy to hear any of that, which, I'm just all about like a chilling person. I've always been a chilling guy, been a cool guy. I've been always been that way. You know, very respectful and always been that respectful. Which I know it's kind of like a waste of me talking to like most of it, but this is just a fact I'm explaining towards it anyway. But that's just what I want to do is just enjoy my life until the day I just die. But at this point, I still continue and live on my life anyways and still have fun, which, it's all about fun. Always been about fun, not always the other way around. So I hope you guys definitely do respect what I'm talking about. So for just as real true Devin-Foxy fans, definitely know exactly. But if others don't, that's fine. I really just don't even ask. But for right now, hope you guys enjoy this reaction as I do, which I've never seen this channel before for the only time I've never seen it, but this is just my perspective of me reacting to it, but whatever. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, so see you guys again next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget, by the way, the YouTube stream is coming around. Like, even if it is going to be on time or late or early, it'll be fine anyway whenever it's ready, because it'll actually give me a lot of time just to kind of be a bit motivated. Just have me a little bit motivated and give me a bit of hope and some interesting honesty of having a bit of like some true belief exactly of having it ready, which I'll always will just have to take a look and just check exactly if people do tell me by saying it's like, oh, your stream's lagging, which means it just isn't like communicating or anything, like might have to do with a signal or anything, which, I'm just at least going to take a look and try and see what I can do or whatever I have to do that anyway. But you know me exactly. You know me a lot. So anyways, that's going to be the first stream that you guys might be seeing next. That will be upon to be on August the 12th and 13th. Now, as in for the other stream exactly, that will be the only about the 15th and 16th, is that, well, let's just say the StreamYard stream is just going to be about me talking about, like, oh, interesting topics exactly. That will be a bit of interesting, good, positive questions that only will relate to positive questions. Nothing negative, which I seriously again say that quietly, frankly, that I will just want people have to actually respect that choice and respect my opinion and just, respect my choice exactly, which, that's just what I'm talking about here. But, that's all I will say. But for now, guys, I'm going to get going, and I hope you guys did, in fact, enjoy this video. And also, who definitely won, in my opinion, I think it was Lord Farquaad, but if people do say, oh, the other guy won, well, yeah, I can't pretty much say his name sometimes because I don't know who the hell that character even is, which I never even really gave a damn about paying attention to that character, which I seriously didn't. I only know about Lord Farquaad as I know about it, but still. Like I said, it's your decision, and it's like anybody's little decision to think who won that battle, so pretty much. So, anyways, let's just say this is I hope you guys actually again enjoyed this video, and like always, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. Anyway, this was just only about like an explaining too exactly about how the stream's gonna work. Whenever I get ready with part 1, having pretty much Comcap versus Marvel Infinite that will be on the Xbox being played, which I ever do will get the gameplay played exactly, which I will get it ready. So that's only my only thoughts, and that's only my understanding, and very likely positively understanding. So, anyway, that's all I will say right now, and I hope you guys actually do again enjoy this video. And like always, is like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. Anyway, without further ado, I'll see you guys again next time. And like always, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. Thank you. Anyways, see you guys for the next video. Devin-Foxy, Remastered, again. We'll see you guys again soon enough for the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Sign on out, yo. And I'll see you guys again next time. And without further ado, I'll see you next time, everybody. Take care and signing on out. Later and goodbye. Bye-bye, everyone. See you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone. See you later.